Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to Ariel for giving me time with his personal car. This is a 2021 Nissan GTR premium model here. Let's talk about the front styling here of the Nissan GTR. As you guys can see here, my model is painted in this red exterior color with the gloss black trim, also with the aluminum painted trim here. I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and tell what you guys think about the Nissan GTR. I think it looks very aggressive here. Looking at the headlight modules here, it's going to be an LED combination with this incandescent turn signal, with these LED projector headlights with the automatic low and high beam function. There's also LED fog lights here at the low part of the fascia, and all models of the GTR do come standard with front and rear parking sensors, and the front fascia here looks very aggressive. Like I mentioned, there's the GTR badge here with some aluminum painted trim here, and all of this that you guys see in the front fascia is functional. Besides, underneath the fog light housing is going to be fake, but most people might make it functional. And the front lip splitter does look very aggressive. But looking at the side profile of the Nissan GTR, the wheelbase here is at 109.4 inches with an overall length of 184.9, so it's pretty good proportions here for the Nissan GTR. But walking up to these tires and wheels here, looking at these tires here, these are a 255/40 tire. They're wrapped in this 20-inch rim design. You also get two 85s in the rear, so it's going to be a staggered tire setup here. There's also some gloss black trim here at the lower part of the rocker panel. There's the GTR badge here on the side fender. But looking here, there's these large rotors here. They're cross-drilled and ventilated with these large Nissan Brembo brakes. I also like the multi-spoke rim design here. It looks really good with the red exterior color. And there's no LED side marker here or no sunroof. I think Nissan doesn't even offer a sunroof on the GTR. And looking at these door handles here, as you guys can see, they're flushed on the actual door. But to open the door, you gotta push in just like a Tesla. So very unique door handles. I think it's a nice touch. As you guys can see there really quick, my model does have this black interior with some carbon fiber. We'll talk about that in a few moments. But shutting the door back here sounds pretty solid. But making our way to the rear here of the Nissan GTR, looking at these taillights here, they do have this oval design here. They're going to be an LED combination with the LED brake light with the incandescent turn signal and reverse light. Like I mentioned, front and rear parking sensors do come standard on the GTR. And this also has these large quad tip exhausts. There's some carbon fiber trim down here at the lower part of the rear bumper. There's a Nissan badge here, also with the GTR badge. And you can't miss the large spoiler here, which is really large. But open up the cargo back here. Nissan puts the trunk release button down here. Once it opens up, it reveals 8.8 cubic feet of space. And unfortunately, there's no underfloor storage here, but there's a first aid kit from Nissan. And you can fold the seats down if I'm not mistaken. But overall, let's hop into the interior of the Nissan GTR. Sitting in the interior of the Nissan GTR, looking at this cabin here, this cabin looks really nice to me, but it is behind in the design department because some of the other competitors have a nicer cabin here. But it's still nice that Nissan still offers the GTR in their lineup. But reaching over here to shut the door of the Nissan GTR, the door feels very heavy here. But to start up the GTR here, just put your foot on the brake and press the start stop button down here. Once you do that, that 3.8 liter V6 will come to life. Looking at the materials here on the actual door panel, it's gonna be a nice soft touch material. It's gonna be padded here, really nice material, very nice stitching here. Even on the grab handle, it is auto up, auto down for the windows. Of course, there's your lock controls here. Very unique door handle to get out of the vehicle. As you guys can see, you have to pull it up. Very unique. It's gonna be nice and padded here, more than nice stitching. There's this cargo net down here for additional storage. Over here is for your mirror controls. You can power fold the mirrors in via the switch here, which is really nice. There's also a trunk release button, front and rear parking sensors. Like I mentioned, it does come standard. And this is just a tilt function here on the steering wheel, is just a manual adjustment. There's also the headlight and turn signal stock there, with the wind wiper stock right there. There's the GTR badge here on the airbag cover. Over here is for the volume controls, and this also has adaptive cruise control, which is really nice. There's paddle shifters to cycle through that 6-speed automatic transmission. Over here is for your trip reset computer is there, also for your dimmer switch. The materials on the dash are gonna be a nice leather material with more than nice stitching. This does have the Bose audio sound system. The Bose audio sound system sounds really good in this car. I was just jamming one of my favorite tunes. It sounds really good in here. Above me is going to be incandescent light throughout the cabin. There's also a sunglass holder here to put your shades and whatnot, and there is an SOS button just in case you're in an emergency. I'm not going to get in the back seat, but as you guys can see, there is nowhere in the hell you can sit someone back there without any legs. I'll put someone back there that I don't like. As you guys can see, there's the Bose audio sound system that kind of sticks out there. Open up this, it does reveal a shallow amount of storage. There's also 2 USB ports in there, also with a 12 volt and an aux port there. But it does Feel very nice and padded here. There's some carbon fiber trim here, very nice carbon fiber, looks really good. If you guys don't want to touch this 8-inch display, you can use this rotary knob down here. As you guys can see, it's very responsive. But going here to the Waze map here, it does take up this 8-inch display. There's some shortcut buttons on the side, and surprisingly, there is still a CD player in this car. I'm pretty sure the other competitors got rid of that CD player option. But to put the vehicle into reverse, just put your foot on the brake and pull the shifter down here. As you guys can see, you're greeted by the backup camera, of course. There's trajectory with distance markers. And like I mentioned, it does come standard with front and rear parking sensors. Kicking it down here into automatic mode or into drive. Over to the right here to go into manual mode, so you can use these paddle shifters here. But to put it back into park is very simple. Over is for your controls for the suspension, also for the traction. There's your hazard button here. This does have dual climate control. There's the air vents here. There's a volume and tune knob. Looking at the glove compartment really quickly, it does offer a decent amount of storage in there. It is lined with felt. The seats in here, they're aggressively bolstered, and I like that you can actually put a harness in here. So if you wanted to take this vehicle on a track, you can definitely do that. There's a traditional handbrake here. Some other competitors don't even offer that anymore. There's 2 cup holders here. But overall, like I mentioned, this car is lacking when it comes to the interior, but the interior still looks pretty good for what Nissan has to offer here on the GTR. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Nissan GTR. This is a handcrafted 3.8-liter twin-turbo V6. This makes 565 horsepower and 467 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy for this V6 here is rated at 16 in the city, 22 on the highway. And as a Nissan GTR sits here, it weighs in around 3,900 pounds. So starting off in the 2021 Nissan GTR, I have this thing set in its R modes here at the lower part of the panel down here. The exhaust made a little bit of sound. Keep in mind, this thing makes 565 horsepower and 467 pound-feet of torque from a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's behind in gears compared to the other competitors in this segment, but that 6-speed, I beg to differ. It knows what gear to be in. That exhaust is beautiful. It does have a quad tip exhaust. All right, let's talk about visibility really quick. Out of this car, you can see really good. A little bit out of the back is kind of restrained because of that large rear spoiler. But this cabin, like I mentioned, it's behind in the design department compared to the other competitors. But if you guys don't care about all that high-tech stuff, this is why you buy this car, because it's a good value compared to the other competitors in the segment. Even though this car is still worth over 100 grand, it's better than, it's still an affordable option. You still get Nissan's latest tech. You have some of the Nissan switchgear in here if you guys are a big Nissan fan. And this is my first time ever driving a GTR, and right now my heart is pumping like crazy because I'm just scared, because this is not my personal car. And like I mentioned, thank you again, Ariel, for giving me the opportunity to film your car. And this thing is a V6. It's crazy how much power that this V6 could make, honestly. I'm so scared. Whoa, 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 whoa. And this thing just gets up and goes like nothing, all from a 3.8 liter V6. It is turbocharged, 2nd gear. And this thing, it handles like what it says is a GTR. The ride quality is not the best, especially having it in its firmest setting right now, but who cares? You take this car to the track and you want to make this thing really shows what it could do. And having it in its aggressive setting here, you feel every single bump in the road. And honestly, this thing is just super impressive. I am honestly just speechless. I haven't even launched this car yet. I don't think I'm going to launch it. I might just do a slight launch control, because like I said, this is not my personal car. He said I can do it, but I don't think I want to do it just because I'm scared. In driving this car in manual mode, that I noticed, it does not upshift. So you have to upshift yourself basically, because you're gonna bog the car if you don't. I just love this performance, man. Like, you can't beat it. This is a bargain compared to the other competitors in this segment. But let's take it out of its out of its aggressive setting here. And let's see if we can just launch this thing just from a normal standpoint. It's an automatic now, so let's see what it does in automatic. Put on the brake and accelerator. It goes up. Oh! Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Whoa. Okay, I'm having too much fun with this car. Let's talk about fuel economy. This car is rated to get 16 in the city and 22 on the highway. And that's if you guys even care about fuel economy. You buy this car because you want to race other vehicles in the segment. And for this car to have 565 horsepower is just super impressive. And I love that Nissan still offers the GTR in their lineup. This car here just screams what the name is, Godzilla. And this thing will scare the shit out of you because right now my heart is thumping. Yeah, this car lives up to its name. Starting price for the 2021 Nissan GTR Premium is at $113,540. And special thanks to Ariel once again for giving me time with his personal car. And this car lives up to the name Godzilla. If you guys are looking to purchase a Nissan GTR, be sure to check out your local Nissan dealership and follow me on Instagram at Drive On Reviews and hit that subscribe button. And I see you all in the next review.